It's not that I'm stuck playing this game, but I'm stuck playing this game because I accidentally deleted The Last of Us off of my machine last night. And so while I'm waiting for that to download, I will continue to play some more of this.
Come on, shake a leg. You need to get inside Buckingham Palace. It's your best hope for weapons and supplies, even if it is overrun by infected. You need to get inside Buckingham Palace. It's your best hope for better weapons and supplies, even if it is overrun by infected.
Dear John, I'm sorry, but I just don't think we're going to agree on this point of interpretation. You seem dead set on a scorched earth reading of the BP, whereas I, and Ron, and many of the others, see it more as a warning that we need to help people, not stand by and watch as it happens. I know you're angry with me and Ron for arguing with you at the last meeting, but I hope you can see that we're just advocating a better safe than sorry approach. It's like global warming. If we're wrong, well, at least we tried to make the world a better place, and no harm done. But if we're right, and we don't act quickly, we're putting the whole planet in danger. I wish you could see that. We're not trying to shut you out or shout you down like you suggested. I know you said those things in the heat of the moment, but even if you didn't mean them, they hurt. Your experience is invaluable to us. That's why I was asked to recruit you in the first place. But we're not children. And we do understand your point of view, we just disagree. The Council has asked me to suggest you take some time off from the meetings, because they don't feel you're being productive right now. I'm not going to do that because I still love you, and know how much being excluded from the Council would frustrate you. But I agree this fatalist agenda isn't productive. I'm about to leave for Clermont-Ferrand to see what I can dig up in their library about the Physicians, as discussed at the last meeting. But I'll be back in time for bonfire night, so I'll call you, and we can go up to Ali Pali for the display. It's been too long since we spent an evening together, and I'm sorry about that.
Okay. guess that's what I was looking for. That's a coincidence. Jesus. Lucky. I could have gone anywhere else and started running all over this fucking place and not have found it. But I guess you just go for that green thing on the mini-map.
Things could have been so different if people had listened to John D. But what was coming, Elizabeth was dead, and James I had no love for prophecies or alchemy. And he was so obsessed with black magic, he wrote a manual called Demonology and sent his witch hunters around England to hang witches and warlocks. D had to go into hiding. Bloody idiots. thing about Buck Palace, see, it's not just a building, it's a fortress. A highly secure location. You can bet your ass they've stockpiled guns and ammo like nobody's business. Gold and jewels aren't worth shite anymore. Bullets, that's the rare metal now. Another one.
Yeah. I didn't think they were actually gonna bust through. Hey, Cataman. This is called Zombie. It is all about survival. Basically, there's two ways to play it. There's normal, and then there's survivor. Survivor is one and done. The other way, normal mode, is I just died here. My progress will be saved to this point, and I get a new. It won't be this character that's laying on the floor here, dead in front of you. It will be a new character, a chick, an Asian dude, a black dude, whatever. It'll be just another skin on me. But my progress is saved up to that point, and I think I start back at the safe house. I haven't actually played it the other way, because survivor mode is one life and done, start over from the very beginning. So, when I do start over, I'll have to do basically the introduction thing again. It's a little quicker every time you do it, because you kind of remember where, and nothing changes locations, so you remember where things were, what you're going to need to pick up, what you don't need to pick up to make things faster without having to go change your inventory around in your bag and things like that. I picked up a bunch of planks. I haven't used planks for anything yet, so next time I play up to this point, I won't be picking up any planks. I haven't barricaded any doors. I've only ripped barricades off of doors. So you only get a few spots in your bag for inventory, and that, includes bullets, whatever weapons you're carrying, whatever health kits or sodas, which are used for health. Sodas, candy bars, cake. It's all varying degrees of how much health you get when you eat that stuff. But yeah, so I've been playing it on the one and done. This is my personal best. This is the furthest I've made it in the game, which is just into Buckingham Palace. I will play it again on this setting. Probably not right this minute. Actually, probably depending on whether or not my download for The Last of Us accidentally deleted it off of my machine. How the heck are you broadcasting on PS4 to YouTube? Well, you press that little share button on the PS4 control and it brings up a menu for broadcasting, which offers you now, it used to be just Twitch. Then I think it was Twitch and YouTube. Now there's, I think, 4 different choices to broadcast to. So you make a YouTube account, log into your YouTube account, and then I think just start broadcasting to it. But it's set up on the machine to allow it to be done. So that's what I'm doing. I thought about making a Twitch account when I first got it, but I had already been doing some streaming on TheissuesGuy page, so I decided to keep my content kind of in one place, and I haven't made a Twitch account or streamed to Twitch at all. So this is normal mode. Normal mode, you play as a new survivor each time your character dies. Survival mode, you play as one survivor, and when he dies, the game is over.
Kill you. So no messing about with these blighters. Keep going. Come on, it's not too far now.
Yeah, I like the Couch Masters. Couch Masters was a good time.
Wakey, wakey. You don't look so good. I would say it's only a nightmare, but isn't everything these days? It's a good thing I found you when I did. Welcome to the safe house. My friends call me the Prepper. You know why? Because I'm always prepared. A long time ago. Now, see that device on the workbench with the screen? Pick it up. Built that myself. I call it the Prepper Pad. It's a smart map with radar and a connection back to me, so I can watch over you. And you'll need it. You see? The last person I tried to help went outside without the pad, and look how that ended. But there is something else you can use. That backpack is a bug out bag, see? You need it, and what's inside. Now might be a good time to try out your radar. Go on, pick up the cricket bat. Don't be squeamish. Think of it as an unspoken agreement between survivors. Because if you got infected, wouldn't you want someone to do the same for you? Good going. A nasty business, but it's got to be done. Now, check that bob. As I recall, there's a pistol and ammo you're definitely gonna need.
It's the same game as what, Zombie U, or?
Decision-making goes to pieces. Don't neglect your sleep.
Is it like part Intruder Zombie U or something? I never played Zombie U, so I'm unfamiliar with it. I have. Cataman 2. Who am I talking to? Is that John? Same game, no change. Meaning it's not. Well, it's a. I had to start over, so this is right from the very beginning. Is that what you mean? Like, because
They're
I
hooked
died?
into CCTV cameras all over London.
Oh,
This
okay, right.
phone's from a supermarket
I
near
thought
you.
so.
But the more eyes you have, the better. There's more cameras at that location, so I'll walk you through hacking them. People think CCTV cameras are secure, hardwired to police HQ, but they're wrong. I was a Royal Signals boy in the army.
No, it's, well,
I can teach you a thing or two about
I'm not
secure
sure
comms.
if we're talking about, okay. Same game, it's
Time
not
for your
brand new,
first field
meaning
trip. Those cameras
it's the
won't
same
fix
game as
themselves,
Zombie
and you
U,
need to do a little shopping.
just a different title, or meaning my character, because it is brand new. I start right at the very beginning. I have to run down, I get my first weapon here, this bat, I have to go get that pack. So it's a brand new game, but it's the same steps over and over and over again until you get them all right and continue to make it to where you know, to the end game. So it's not like he changes everything, where everything is different or anything like that. Nope, it's all that guy where I got this bat from, same spot every time. These CCTV cameras that I gotta go fuck with, they're gonna be in the same spot. I think it's gonna be the same amount of
Give me a
enemies
sec,
each
I'll get
time.
those shutters up for you.
Ah, okay, so it was a Wii U game. Oh, and you probably like swing controllers or stuff instead of just press buttons to like, or was that, am I thinking?
Shit, you've got incoming. Check your radar.
I've only played the Wii U at Phil's house, so. I hear you. I don't fucking see you, though. There you are.
You'll need a key card to get out. There's bound to be one somewhere at that station. Use your pad's environmental scanner to search the area. Perimeter looks calm, for now. Good work. You've got to keep this place clean if you want to survive. That's the one. This safe house is my handiwork. A long time ago, I teamed up with a bunch of no-hopers called the Ravens of D. I helped them fortify places like this, because we knew this was coming.
Oh, this was a day one release, really? I agree then. It's really good for that. That being the case. So John, I had to stop playing the Division. I couldn't play it anymore. I got up to rank 75, 70, actually almost 79. And I came to the conclusion at rank 90 there's a weapon that wasn't good for any of my things. So many people are cheating in that game. There's so many broken aspects of it. Walking through walls, falling through floors, weapon damage, increase cheats, glitches, and armor glitches, and so many different gear glitches. Sometimes I was thinking, and a couple of different players agreed with me, we'd be running a mission and we'd be firing at like somebody, and it would seem like our DPS would just drop off. Not even a player, just at an NPC. And I think we came to the realization that sometimes you'll notice that when you're in your inventory and you highlight your primary weapon and then go to your character sheet, it'll change to the secondary weapon's DPS, but show you on the character sheet stats down in weapon damage, it'll show you the secondary or the primary. It'll like flip-flop them when it shows it to you. I think it does that in battle too. I'm not sure, but there's just so much wrong with it. And then I decided that once you do kind of reach the top, until they add new content, which is usually, or so far has just been like a dungeon or something, or a mission, once you've run that 10, 12 times and get the pieces of gear you want from it, it gets kind of boring. And then you're back to just running around the dark zone, farming. Now, farming is good because you get to collect materials and then craft an item. Only problem is, the random number generators on the items are so vast that you get so many pieces that you just don't need, don't use, are no good for you. Therefore, all those hours of farming for the material to create a piece that you're hopefully going to be able to use and you can't use it goes to waste. So it's hours of farming spent for nothing. Because you got to keep crafting over and over again until you get the piece with the right stats on it. Now, that all, of course, is assuming that you were able to extract the goods you need to extract from the fucking dark zone to be able to deconstruct. If you don't get robbed at the fucking pole, at the rope, trying to evacuate the shit, trying to extract it. Because once you reach a certain level, over 75 or 90, there's really nothing to lose by having other people farm for you. Because if you're at 99, you don't lose any like perks from being able to buy anything or use anything, because the only thing you can get at level 90 is the Valkyria weapon, which is only good for a tech build, really. And if that's the only weapon and you don't use it, it doesn't matter if you drop all the way back down to 75 until the new, so there's basically nothing to lose except the stuff in your pack, in your experience, and there's absolutely nothing to gain. So the only thing you have is disappointment. By getting killed, you get your shit taken. By not getting killed, all you have to look forward to is hours of farming. either the same missions over and over again or the dark zone. And if you're the one doing the farming, people are going to be trying to come and kill you. If you're alone, you're at a super disadvantage. You can't go 2 on 3, 1 on 3, 1 on 4. 1 on 2 is difficult for most people. So it just started to get boring for me. And then when you really get into it, you decide, okay, let's go have fun, and you start dropping levels, because every time you die, you lose far more experience than you gain by killing people. So I just decided that with all the broken aspects of it, it was just kind of more frustrating than it was fun, and it reminded me too much of the hours and hours and hours, days and months and months and months I spent just running around Korgath and farming in World of Warcraft. So I deleted it from my machine. Maybe I'll revisit it in a while if they've, done something about the cheat. And here's the thing: I've seen a lot of people say Ubisoft has a big problem on their hands when it comes to cheaters. And yes, they do, because everybody's cheating. But that's not what the problem is. They say then that the problem is that they're too soft on cheaters, that they don't ban and wipe stats and then lifetime ban and all this shit. Partial ban for a few days, that's all Ubisoft does. They don't wipe stats, that's it. Maybe you'll get fully banned in, a little while later. Now, as far as I'm concerned, that's not what the problem is. The problem is not that people cheat. It's not that people take advantage of glitches and things like that, because that's natural. That's what people are going to do, especially if enough people are doing it. You're at a disadvantage by not doing it. Huge disadvantage, especially in this game. I'm not talking about like sitting in a wall and shooting at somebody like that, because that can be really boring. I'm talking about passing through a wall with a team and raping the fuck out of Falcon Lost and gearing up everybody in your group who just turned 30, who just ranked into the fucking dark zone to begin with, whereas all these other people spent the first month ranking up and fighting hard to get gear and all that. So if you don't do that with a crew, you kind of made yourself at a disadvantage. You're going to have really poor gear considering. So I didn't find that to be the problem. I find the problem is that Ubisoft made a shitty enough fucking game where people can do that stuff, and then allowed it to go on for so fucking long, when the fixes were really kind of simple. Or there shouldn't have even been the need for fixes in the first place. Don't release a fucking game that people can walk through walls. Don't release a fucking game that by switching out a couple of different weapons in the, right before a fight can increase your DPS by a fucking huge amount. You don't make a fucking game where people can gear up low-level guys. Don't make a fucking game that is so fucking broken. Don't release a game. Don't allow people to spend as much money as they did on this fucking game and have it be as broken as it is. Ubisoft, you really screwed the pooch, man. It's not an easy glitch, but once you get used to it, it actually really is an easy glitch. You can do it all over the fucking place. You can do it all over the place. When it doesn't become easy, like you can go into a wall and sit in a store that you're not supposed to be in and start killing guys, and if they try to come in on you, it's really easy to kill them back. But so you can go rogue and just shoot at a couple people. If you have like a big fat ass sticky bomb, you down someone, you switch your gear real quick, and then you wait at that little hole in the wall for 90 seconds while people try to get in. You kill them until your timer's gone or they give up. And do it again. Or you get yourself a nice big fat manhunt, and then you go jump through a wall somewhere and hide in the building. Lots of people do that. Lots of people level up that quick, and I don't want to play a game that rewards cheaters and decides to punish cheaters rather than just make your game so that you can't fucking cheat. Make a game that is complete, that's whole, that's not broken. So I decided, and it was enough. It was I played it. I really didn't find anything super special about it. There's a lot of features I think that they should have added, that should have been on drop day, that, you know, I don't understand why there aren't battlegrounds and PvP matches and things like that for people. I do like the idea of losing experience rather than your gear getting broken. There's too many freaking currencies. When they switched all the currencies in crafting, I think they made the game actually a little bit worse. They just, I don't know. That's, let me get back to this. I don't even know where I am or where I'm going right now. Did I get outside yet? Am I going the right way?
Use your pad to scan that door and I'll hack it open for you. I'll get that for you. I've locked the place down for your safety. Okay, you're free to come and go now. Scan every... Whoa, you sure you're ready to face down the bloody horde? It's your life.
And that goes the zombie horde. Yeah, I noticed that on Xbox 360 too. I played a lot of GTA 5 on my 360 before I got my PS4. And I liked the game. You know, I played it through. I played a lot of just running around and did a lot of the heist stuff. And there ends up being a lot of glitches in that game too. Places where you can hide in walls and fuck with people. But ultimately that game gets kind of boring too.
You just walked past the working junction box, by the way. That's a camera hub, in case you've never noticed one before.
There's not anything really to do in that game when it comes down to it. Kinda is how I feel. Like collect cars and do the heist and do some missions and stuff, but ultimately it kinda gets a little boring.
Throwing flares. Now they could come in handy. Bright lights to distract the dimwits. Excellent. Your smart map's been updated. Without a good map, you're a goner out there. There's a manhole nearby that's your quickest way back to the safe house. Have a gander. Sometimes retreat is your best option. Good work, soldier. Got it. Triangulating. It's inside the supermarket. Be careful. Use your radar. You have to ping areas manually if you want to know what's lurking in your blind spots. Shit, it was rigged to the alarm. Get inside before every blighter from miles around comes running.
Oh, death.
What's going on?
That's it for this game, for me for now. But thank you very much for joining me, everyone, and I'll be talking to you soon.